Hello everyone, it's Cleo here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 most expensive My Little Pony figures. Now, a couple of things before we begin. First of all, I have a cold right now, that's why I sound a little bit nasal. And secondly, let's lay down the ground rules before we begin the list. This only applies to officially released Hasbro figures during the G4 era, and it's also limited to the used prices for a single pony, rather than the price of, let's say, a whole bundle or a new in-box toy. Now, I know that maybe sounds a little bit too narrow, but if I wasn't, the list would just be a whole load of international exclusive G1 ponies, which are so rare that it's hard to even research them. So for this reason, I've limited the list to these rules. Finally, all these prices are based on eBay in January 2023, and they're based on the highest price these ponies sold for. In 10th place, we have Diamond Rose for a whole $60. That's a lot more than she was originally released for, which I reckon probably was about $7. This pony is extremely popular. She's not actually the rarest. None of these ponies are the rarest of them all. They're just popular. There is a difference. In 9th place, we have Plum Sweet, who looks extremely similar to Diamond Rose, coming in at $61. Same deal, ridiculously overpriced for what it is, but the ridiculous demand for these ponies compared to the relatively short supply means the price skyrockets to putting basically a zero on the end of the price that was originally charged for them. In 8th place, we have Ploomette for $67. Now, this pony, I believe, was a European exclusive, so I imagine the prices will be higher in the US. I know I found her new in box in France some time ago for far less than that. In 7th place, we have Princess Luna, but actually her small size, this very peculiar release here, coming in at $68. I'm not quite sure why people want this pony so much. I do understand that this actually is a slightly rarer one, but in my opinion, she does look rather strange. Her eyes look in opposite directions. She's not the right size, she's not the right colour, and overall she just looks a bit evil. In 6th place, we have Blossomforth for $70. My gosh, this pony. She must be popular. Basically, she looks like a pink and white Fluttershy, so I understand why people like her. She's certainly very pretty, and she's one of my favourite colour schemes. I wouldn't pay $70 for a pony, though. I certainly would wait to see if I could get her in a bundle, or just for a better price. 5th place, we have Star Swirl for a whopping $90, which is a lot for one little piece of plastic. Now, this pony is rarer because it came with a set, which they already make a fewer number of than the single releases, and I believe it was only ever found in Europe. So once again, you can expect those prices to be even higher stateside. 4th place, oddly, and this very much surprised me, is the Adagio Dazzle doll. This is actually an Equestria Girls doll, and she goes for about $100. I had no idea she was this popular. I actually didn't think any Equestria Girls dolls were this popular, but when I think about it, it does make a little bit of sense because Rainbow Rocks was just so popular. People loved the songs from that. If you look at the views of the music videos on YouTube, it's crazy. Absolutely millions. In 3rd place, we have Rainbow Flash for a whopping $140. That's also crazy. Like Star Swirl and Ploomette, I believe she was only found in Europe. Could be wrong about that, I'm not 100%. But even if she wasn't, she certainly was not found many places. She's pretty, she's not my absolute favourite pony, and I certainly did not pay anything like that for her, although I do remember struggling to find her more than other ponies. In 2nd place, we have Twist, who was also known as Twistaloo for some reason when they released her as a toy, coming in at a whopping $155. That's absolutely crazy for this little filly worth that much. Now, she is one of my favourites. I love the colours of her, the bright red and that kind of buttermilk colour coat and a little candy cane cutie mark. She is adorable. Absolutely never would pay that, but I think I've made that quite clear about these insane prices, but I can see why people want this, whereas with Rainbow Flash and Adagio Dazzle, I really can't quite see why you'd pay so much for them. They're not overly unique in my opinion. I'm just not bothered for the Equestria Girls dolls, but little filly ponies, I certainly can see it more. And in 1st place, we have the most expensive G4 pony, who is Silver Spoon at a whopping $180. I love her. Once again, I love the colours. She's super cute with a little cutie mark of a spoon. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's really pretty. But $180. Would you pay that? How badly do people love this little bully? She wasn't even nice! But she does have a rather unique colour scheme. There's no other grey pony with white hair. And that is our top 10 most expensive G4 ponies and dolls, I suppose. What do you think to these prices? Would you pay that just to have them in your collection? Let me know in the comments below what you think to this. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching!